Welcome along then to Upton Park, West Ham, as the cup tie atmosphere of the FA Cup fourth round returns for the second time in 24 hours. Yesterday it was West Ham versus Wrexham. Today, Charlton Athletic of the second division taking on first division Sheffield United. Let's look, as usual, at the two sides. Looking first, of course, at the Charlton lineup. Certainly plenty of confidence in the Charlton side after that victory at Newcastle last week. Charlton, of course, coming back from 3-0 down to win 4-3. There in your picture, Simon Webster, the Charlton skipper. He, of course, is a former Sheffield United player. Simon Webster, of course, at number 5 this afternoon. Looking across at the Sheffield United side, one or two players worth mentioning in goal. Simon Tracey, a Woolwich-born goalkeeper, and I'm told a Charlton supporter from his younger days. And, of course, the other player worthy of mention in the United side is England international Deane, the Sheffield United centre-forward who made his debut for Graham Taylor's team in the Australasian tour last summer. The referee this afternoon is one of our most experienced officials, Joe Worrall from Cheshire, and he gets us underway here at Upton Park, and immediately the ball goes out onto that far side, the right-hand side, where Leaburn is challenging. Leaburn will take the throw for Charlton. It's a long one. It's aimed towards Simon Webster, the former United player. Gets the flick on. Nelson with the setter, and Tracey with the save. Tracey with a free kick. Bryson getting the ball into the penalty area. Gatting gets it away. Up as far as Leaburn. Lovely touch from Leaburn to Nelson. Robert Lee out far. Here is Lee. Lee getting the ball across. Pardew! And Alan Pardew ran from deep superbly there, got the header in, it was just wide. But that's a fine sweeping move from Charlton. Webster getting up from the back, it'll be Leaburn, I think, to take this throw in. Deep in again towards the 6-yard box, Webster couldn't get there. It might come out to Barness with a shot, taking the deflection, oh, and a great save by Tracey. The shot from Barness was deflected. I couldn't see who the deflection came off. It might have been a United defender, but either way, Tracey had to change direction and just grabbed the ball before it went in. And Walsh, there's a lovely turn by Colin Walsh. The ball across the face of the goal. Good claim by Simon Tracey. Well held by the United goalkeeper, but Colin Walsh, lovely skill on this left-hand side. Turned Bryson inside out and got the ball across. And now could Deane get in first again? No, Boulder off his line quickly. I thought Deane might have got in there in front of the goalkeeper, but Bob Boulder did well. Now Robert Lee. The shot coming in from Lee. Rather ambitious possibly from the Charlton winger. But after 15 minutes of this game, there's no score, but you have to say that the second division side are very much on top here at Upton Park. Pardew wins the header, finds Nelson, and there's Lee now taking over on the right hand side. It's only Leaburn forward. Lee gets the ball across, Leaburn will jump, and Leaburn's in there, it's off the line! Oh, but Joe Worrall has seen an infringement, and this time I think it's a foul on the goalkeeper. Traces on again, and Nelson could get in there first. Nelson's in there, but he couldn't direct his header on target. But once again, an enormous goal kick from Bob Boulder put the United defence under extreme pressure there. And you get the feeling that Nelson and Leaburn have got the run on this United back four, certainly in terms of pace. Gannon floats it in, and it almost reached Beesley on the far side, but now Charlton have a break with Colin Walsh. Robert Lee is clear on the right-hand side. There's nobody up. Nelson took a right-hander as he was trying to make tracks there. Now what can Lee do? Can he get the ball across? Is there really going to be anybody there when he does? It's across the face of the goal. And there wasn't a Charlton player there to pick it up. Webster on Deane. Deane doing well, and Barnes takes the safe option of getting it back to his goalkeeper. Webster gets up. Where will it? Oh, it will fall. Oh, and it thought it was going to fall for Lee. And now United have got a break on, and United are getting forward in numbers. It's with John Gannon. Now it's with Lake. 3 against 3. Nelson getting back very quickly. Great tackle from Nelson. Superb play by the Charlton striker. He must have made up 80 or 90 yards to get back to get the tackle in on Mike Lake. Now Bumstead is away, and Bumstead is clear on this left-hand side. Walsh making the extra man. Can he find Walsh? He can. And the cross was blocked by Brian Gayle. But that's a good break from Charlton. Bumstead despondent. He thought Colin Walsh might have done a little more with that, I suspect. But another good break from Charlton. And Bumstead is working overtime in that midfield to keep it going for the Reds. Here's Lee. Barness now could get the cross. The cross comes in at the far post. Leaburn, and it's just behind Pardew. And again, I think the referee's blown for a foul. 34 and a half minutes gone at Upton Park. The FA Cup 4th round tie. Charlton Athletic 0, Sheffield United 0. Deane does well. Now Whitehouse. And Whitehouse has gone. And Pitcher just gets in front of Dane Whitehouse. I was about to say Whitehouse could go all the way. And the United marking is very poor here. Nelson could get in. Nelson bundled over. And United happy to clear. But Bob Bowler's goal kicks are really causing some problems. Here's Bumstead. Barness in supports. Now Barness. The cross comes in right-footed. To far post is Leaburn. Good claim from Tracey. He's lost it. No, he hasn't. He's gathered it at the second attempt. Leaburn races across. And here's Pardew. And now Nelson. Nelson trying to work a chance on his left foot. Out it comes to Bumstead. The shot comes in. Tracey with the save. And Tracey got down to his left and pushes the ball away. I'm assured that Simon Tracey is in fact a Charlton fan, being born just down the road in Woolwich. Let's see if he can do his favourite club a favour. Colin Walsh will take Charlton's third corner of the afternoon. Swung in. Didn't quite reach Webster. Lee gets there in front of Whitehouse and does well. Gets the ball across. Nelson battling for it at the far post. Gayle, good header. Gannon now. Here it comes to Webster. Now can Webster set Nelson in. Here is Gary Nelson with time to turn. Now Nelson, the cross deep towards Leaburn. Leaburn across to Pardew. The flick on Colin Walsh. Oh, he's missed it. I can't believe it. It's over the bar from Walsh. And I don't think Colin Walsh really knew how much time he had. It was an excellent move from Charlton. Leaburn with the header, Pardew with the flick, and Colin Walsh just couldn't get his knee over the ball. And that's the best chance of the afternoon. The header from Walsh. Now Nelson's away. Can Nelson get in? Nelson ahead of Brian Gayle on his left foot. Great shot off the bar. And what do Charlton do? What do they need to score here? And indeed the second half is now underway. United now kicking from right to left as it starts to get a little bit misty and a little bit dark here at Upton Park. Kicking towards their supporters in that south bank. No doubt they'll be cheered on to great effect. Walsh wins the tackle on the far side, loses out to Lake. Here's Gannon looking for support. Gannon's going to have to go a long way back. In fact, it comes out to Bryson, and Deane has got some space now. Brian Deane. Pitcher trying to get back to him. Deane cuts inside. The cross to the far post. United have got a man over. And it was Ian Bryson, and he wasted the chance, and Eliza had his flag down. And he ballooned it over the bar, and that is Sheffield United's best and indeed first opportunity of the game. And at last we get some real noise from the Charlton fans on that north bank behind the United goal. Can it inspire the addicts? Leaburn trying to turn. Oh, and that could have gone anywhere, but it went safely back to Tracey. And now Hodges and Pitcher, and it's one-on-one here, and Darren Pitcher stands up very well indeed. But Whitehouse gets in and is away, and Gatting clears. Didn't know where it was for a second there, Steve Gatting, but between them, Pitcher and Gatting did enough And now it's with Walsh, and Robert Lee has got acres of space on this right-hand side, but Nelson now in space on the left-hand side. Is there anybody that can keep up with him? The ball comes in. Leaburn! Oh, straight at the goalkeeper. Walsh, lovely turn from Colin Walsh. Now here's Nelson. Nelson's taken a battering up there, but he finds Leaburn. Nelson brought down off the ball, and now Lee is away, and Tracey going. That's a great tackle from Tracey. Tracey read it superbly. I thought Lee was just going to escape from the Sheffield United goalkeeper. Lee with the cross, and there's a chance for Leaburn. Hooked away from under his nose almost. Whitehouse battling with Pitcher. Darren Pitcher blocks well. Lee steps in ahead of Whitehouse, and Lee's riding 2-3 tackles. And the Charlton fans thought that Lee was pulled down. I think possibly Lee as well thought that he just got a tickle from David Barnes. And it's fallen kindly on the far side for Ian Bryson. Bryson hooked it across. Away by Gatting, and now Pardew releases Darren Pitcher, and Darren Pitcher has got space to move into. Kim Grant is the spare man on the right hand side. Here is Grant. Now Kim Grant to take on Barnes. Pitcher on the overlap. Chance for Lee. Goal! Oh, so close. It looked for all the world that was going to creep inside Simon Tracey's right hand post, but at the last second it swerved away. Hodges the target, away from Barness, and now John Gannon, blocked by Webster. Gannon again possibly forward to Deane. Deane could turn here. Good challenge from Steve Gatting. Oh, and I thought there was a man at the far post, and offside surely. Indeed, the flag goes up from the far side. Brian Deane in an offside position, most certainly. Tracey, and that's another lengthy kick downfield, and Gatting is struggling, and now it's with Hodges, and now Marwood adding support for Sheffield United. Bumstead away, good block by Pitcher. And Leaburn, lovely control from Carl Leaburn, and now it's with Gary Nelson. Leaburn sprints forward into the centre forward position. Charlton want the ball in. It's come to Robert Lee. Can he turn? The cross comes across, and a fabulous catch by Simon Tracey. Well claimed indeed, and delivered downfield very quickly, but wasted rather, and Charlton have possession again with 8 minutes to go of this match at Upton Park. Gatting heads clear. Pardew and Lee up towards Grant, and a good ball from Grant to Lee. Now Lee taking on John Gannon. It's been a marvellous cup tie. All we need is a goal. Can Robert Lee help provide one for Charlton? The cross comes in. The far post is Leaburn. And United have to concede a corner, do they? Yes, indeed they do, eventually. Now it's with Pitcher. Charlton have got to get it forward. Leaburn jumping for Kim Grant. Can he do it at the last? Oh, he could have had a shot. He could have done it at the last chance. Forward from Pitcher. Grant is offside, but it's with Robert Lee. Forward through to Leaburn. Now Leaburn, and it's Lee again, and Charlton are being strong right at the death. And the cross comes in, and Tracey has been superb all afternoon. Nelson going around the long way, and United are going to get this away for Barness, back in, and that's for Tracey, and that I think could well be the last action of this cup tie. Joe Worrall looks at his watch one more time. And United have settled for the draw. Of that there is no doubt. The replay will be at Bramall Lane on Wednesday week, the 5th of February. It's by no means a foregone conclusion, but you have to say United are going to be the favourites. And the final whistle goes here at Upton Park. It's been an enthralling cup tie. Two sides committed to victory, certainly in Charlton's case. But the final score here at Upton Park in this FA Cup fourth round tie, it's Charlton Athletic 0, Sheffield United 0.
Afterwards, Steve Dixon discussed the match with Charlton sub Kim Grant.
Kim, that was a pretty tough game, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was very tough for us. You know, I think we did really well, you know, to defend, and I thought we played really well against Sheffield.
What about our chances in the replay? What do you think?
I think we could do it. You know, we could go through to the next round and play whoever we got.
I don't think they gave Bob a shot to save.
No, I think Bob got a bit bored in goal, you know. But I think the pressure was off us, you know, and pressure was on them. So we had everything to give, you know.
And one or two chances as well for in our way.
Yeah, I could have had a snapshot there, but the ball was bobbling. The pitch was so bumpy, you know. I just couldn't take a shot.
But you still think we're still in the chance in the second game?
Yes, I think we are. You know, we've got nothing to lose. You know, if we win that game, we've got to go to Brighton and beat Brighton, and we're up in the top 6. And you know, we've got everything to play for.
What is the Sheffield game for? You know, bearing in mind our league commitments, which is the most important?
Doesn't really matter. You know, as long as we get a good run in the cup and you know and do well in the league and finish reasonably well.
How do you fancy Chelsea in the next round?
I don't mind. You know, I'd love to play against Chelsea. You know, who wouldn't?
Keeper Bob Boulder also shared his thoughts on the match.
Bob, that must be one of the easiest afternoons you've ever had.
Yeah, well, this season, yeah. Makes a nice change, actually, you know. Thought the lads defended ever so well. As a back four, we've done really well. And it's just all most of the game, you know.
What was the feeling in the dressing room after? Were the lads disappointed?
They were a little bit disappointed. Just didn't get that little bit of luck we needed. Would have been enough to, like, a nice deflection to get the goal, but, you know, we put them under so much pressure. They keep playing well, obviously, and, you know, we just didn't get the goal we wanted.
What are your thoughts on the replay?
Well, our away form has been, like, tremendous, really. And, you know, I don't think we've got any worries to go there, you know.
What is the difference with our away form? Do you think it's the lads are a little bit under pressure here to form at Upton Park?
No, not so much. I think we've actually. I can't remember about once or twice this season that we played here. We played badly. We've been a little bit unlucky here, actually. We played well, and you know, teams got the odd goal against us, isn't it? Our away form, I think, is because at home we attack at home, and we attack away when we're away from home, and that's why we're getting the results away.
And of course, before we go to United, we've got an important game at Bryson.
Yeah, I mean, it's usually just take one game at a time, and obviously Brighton's the most important at the moment.
What's your thoughts on the fifth round draw?
Well, it's all right. It's beat the Chelsea and won before, but obviously we've got to get this one out of the way, and all going well, we'll get the right result.
Do you think that'll bring back memories of that particular fixture in '88 when we had to go there and get a point at Stamford Bridge?
No, I don't really think so much. I think we played there in the first division after that, and you know, there's no malice or anything like that, so I don't really think that'll be the case.